Well, this January's been really crazy with what's going on. We have another tragic case, and this is a family annihilation, a murder-suicide of the Michael Ireland family. Michael Ireland does the unthinkable to his wife, 3 kids, and the family dog. And this is in Vanceboro, North Carolina. So let's take a look at this case. So a family member called for a welfare check at their home in Vanceboro, North Carolina, around noon on Friday, January the 24th. They had been unable to reach the family since Wednesday evening. So when the sheriff's deputies arrived at the home, they were met by a family member. When they looked around the home, all the doors and windows were locked, but through a partially open curtain, they could see a body. So they forced their way into the family home. Inside, they noticed no signs of a struggle, but in the master bedroom, the deputies discovered Michael Ireland, age 39, with a gunshot wound to his head. They also saw a revolver beside him, and the family dog was also shot in this bedroom. In the living room on one couch, they found Michael's 26-year-old wife, April, and their 8-month-old daughter, Caroline. Both had a single gunshot wound. On the other couch in that living room, Michael, age 4, and Bryson, age 3, were found, each with a single gunshot wound. The Craven County Sheriff, Chip Hughes, said the county has never experienced such a senseless loss of lives in recent history. Veteran law enforcement officers described what they saw as the most horrific case of their career. The sheriff said he is waiting on the final reports from the autopsy, but all evidence to this point suggests a murder-suicide. Vanceboro is about 110 miles southeast of Raleigh. This was the press conference. This is a scene from the press conference that occurred this morning, and they gave that information that I just said, and very, very tragic case, very horrific, and the law enforcement, there is counseling that's being provided for them because of what they witnessed. The sheriff went on to say that this occurred somewhere between Wednesday evening, January 22nd, to Friday morning, January 24th, that Michael Ireland took the lives of his family members and then himself. Final reports from the medical examiner are pending, but the sheriff is confident that it was a murder-suicide. Sheriff did not want to speculate on what could have caused this, but reiterated that there were no signs of a struggle. At this time, they don't know for sure where the gun came from, and he asked the public to keep these families in their prayers. Neighbors recall Michael working on a shrimp boat in Virginia and rarely being home. Michael Ireland did some work on a fishing vessel, and he may have been a former veteran. Now, I did some looking around on social media to see what I could glean, and what I found is that in April of 2019, April Ireland wrote a post to Southern Pride Fishermen's Page with a link to a GoFundMe account. April said that Michael was their sole source of income for the family, and he needed to concentrate on his physical and mental recovery. So it's looking like financial issues, physical and mental issues could have been motives in this horrific murder-suicide. As we read the post, there is a link to a GoFundMe page with April writing this: "If this isn't allowed, please let me know and I'll delete. My husband, Michael J. Ireland, was a great and dedicated fisherman. He ate, slept, and breathed it. It wasn't just his job, but our lifestyle. But now he has to focus on recovery physically and mentally. He was mine and our 3 kids, all under the age of 4, only source of income. We have a home mortgage, all the regular bills and diapers, food, etc. expenses. If anyone could possibly help in any way, please rally around us in this unexpected situation and time of need. My husband and I never have been one to ask others for help like this, but I have to make sure me and our babies have a place to live and food while I try to find daycare and a job. In September, there was an update by April to the GoFundMe page. It says, my husband is back in the ICU. He has been moved to the step-down level under ICU. I guess she must have been using voice to text, and that should say ICU. He was doing good. He was walking around, but then Sunday evening he coded and have no polls. They had to do, this is definitely a talk to text, so have no pulse. They had to do chest compressions and revive him, resuscitate him. He was moved back to ICU for suctioning and stuff like that to make sure that his trach wasn't clogged. Has really been struggling. It's been a very big change for him, especially because of what happened and what was going through his head at the time. I've got a lot of prayers and I'm very, very appreciative, but if there's anyone that can help donate money for diapers and wipes, for bills, for gas, back and forth, gift cards, anything, please donate here or message me with whatever you're able to help. With man, has 3 kids, are in a really big bind, it should be, I'm sure, right now, and we need as much help as we can. Thank you for everyone's prayers again. And from what I can glean, it may have been a suicide attempt, but I can't confirm that yet. I noticed also that I could not find one picture of April and Michael together. Lots of pictures of the kids, lots of pictures of the parents with kids, not one picture of them together, which I found just a little bit odd. April, Ireland, these are some of the pictures that were public. And the children, the boys with their new baby sister who was born in May. The boys together, there's lots of pictures of the boys, very, very loving, very happy children it looked like, sweet babies, and definitely did not deserve that fate. Closing thoughts, no suicide. Note was found at the scene. April's mother is raising money to help with funeral costs for April and the 3 children. Donations can be made online. And our prayers and thoughts are with the families and friends of this family. I hope the children are at peace in the arms of their mother, and may God have mercy on the soul of their father and husband. Remember to be kind online, because their families do not deserve hate.